Is this the sketchiest mic that money can buy? Let's talk about that. This is the Waymic WM57. Check this thing out. So I bought this off of Amazon the other day, just as an experiment. I want to show it to you guys who want to see what is up with this mic. So you may notice looking at the box, it is suspiciously like another mic that we are all very, very familiar with, the Shure SM57. So there have been a few other mics that are, SM57 adjacent. This one looks more like, I don't know, a reject cousin or something. Let's get into this thing. Now, as I unbox it here, I gotta tell you guys the price. The price of this mic, the Waymic WM57, was $15.90 with free shipping. $15.90. So what do you get? What do you get for $15.90? Like, we're about to find out. I don't know. I haven't opened up before. Okay, it does have, I suppose you could call this a case. A bit worse for wear. We'll get some mic in a second. What else is in here? The box, we've got operation instruction and points for proper use. It does actually have a little frequency response chart on it. Instructions on not to cup the mic. That's good. Let's take a look at what this says here. So this claims to be, according to the box, this is a legendary vocal and instrument microphone. I had never heard of it before purchasing it, so I'm hesitant to confirm its legendary status. According to the box, it accentuates the warmth and clarity of lead and backup vocals, consistently the first choice of performers around the globe. Around the globe. Okay. This is telling us a few things about this microphone right off the bat. So we've got a spelling mistake on the front of the box. This does not bode well. Oh, but good thing, it's Pro. It's Pro. So, I mean, that's something. There's an address on the back of it. It's Sky Limit Service GmbH, which is registered in Hamburg. I'm going to go on a limb here and say I don't think the primary location for this company is in Germany. I suspect very heavily that it's in China. I did confirm that on their website. They're in China. I don't know what this Germany address is. All right, let's get into the mic. Let's see what this thing is. So we have, maybe the worst bag I've ever seen on a microphone. And, oh, here it is. Okay, it wasn't fully tight. So, okay, body is coming apart. That's not a good sign. So yeah, it's pretty hefty. I was kind of expecting maybe it was going to be made of plastic, but it's some kind of metal. Who knows? They've exactly copied a 57. We'll kind of get a side-by-side comparison here in a minute to see. Doesn't feel put together very well at all. Let's go ahead and open it up a little bit. It's already almost opening itself up anyway. The insides look sloppy. Soldering is not great on here. Uh-oh. I thought it had come apart. Fortunately it didn't. So this is definitely just very cheaply made, but who knows? I mean, it was $15.90. So maybe they've cut costs on the build to really invest well in, the capsule that's in here. I'm gonna guess not, but who knows? Maybe it's really gonna surprise us, and we're just gonna have a new contender for a pro microphone that is, in fact, consistently the first choice for performers around the globe. I'm deeply skeptical. Let's go hear it. Hey, check, 1, 2, 3, check, 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 check. This is the Shure SM57, and this is the Waymic WM57. Let's see which one sounds better. I'm genuinely curious. What do you guys think? Is one sounding better than the other? Do they sound exactly the same? Only one way to find out. Let's go take a listen. Okay, so there you heard it. We've got the brand new Waymic WM57 and our classic Shure SM57. So there were definitely some differences in that audio. The Waymic definitely sounded more hyped, especially in the high end. I was hearing a lot more cymbal bleed, a lot of stuff that I kind of don't want, especially on a snare drum. Whereas the SM57, I feel like would take EQ a lot better. It's got a smoother top end to it. So not that this sounded bad per se, and not that this sounded, I'm not expecting a mic that's $15.90 versus one that's $100. I'm not expecting this to sound like, 8 times better. That's not exactly what we're looking for in this. There's a lot more that goes into what makes a mic $100 versus what makes a mic $15 and what you can expect from a mic like this versus a mic like this. So one thing that I noticed as we were opening these up and comparing them, the Waymic, doesn't have a transformer in it. So this is something I kind of looked in. I was like, that seems a little strange, looks a little bit different. I didn't realize how different until I opened up the actual SM57. So if you ever looked at one of these, there's a whole setup down in here that includes a transformer. A transformer in a mic like an SM57 serves a number of functions, and interestingly, it's actually not a uncommon thing to do for people to actually take them out. It just gives a different sound. So in this case of our Waymic 57, I'm guessing they didn't take it out because it's a different sound they liked. They took it out because the transformer is a fairly expensive electronic component, and so they're trying to cut costs any way they possibly can, and one of the easiest ways is to take that transformer out and just have a little cable that goes straight to the XLR output on the back. So what can we learn from this? What can we learn from a $15.90 microphone? Do I recommend it? My short answer is no. I don't think you should necessarily buy this. What we can learn from this is that there are some big differences that go into quality and composition when it comes to our audio systems. There are always cheaper versions of things. That doesn't necessarily mean that we should buy them. For me, one hugely problematic thing is that they're just copying another company's design. That's not a cool thing to do. They're using, obviously, Shure's, some of their branding and, some of their taglines on the box and everything. They've made it look exactly the same to the degree that they can. And that's not cool. Like, I think especially in the church world, we should not be using something that is essentially a counterfeit. So I would not recommend purchasing it purely based on that, regardless of how it sounds or how inexpensive it is. The other issue is that this thing is not going to hold up. I can already tell you from the build quality, just looking at it for a few minutes here, this is not a well-built piece of equipment. This SM57 is. If you've ever watched some of Shure's videos, they've dropped this thing out of helicopters, they've run it over with cars, they've submerged it in water, and it comes out working every single time. I don't think the same can be said for this. So you're not just buying something that sounds better or, is built a little better. You're buying something that's going to last longer. You're making an investment in your audio system when you buy a mic like a 57 or any other high quality mic. The build quality issues coupled with the ethical implications of a rip-off counterfeit microphone obviously lead me to recommend you not to buy this. Just go buy a 57. It's not that much more, and it will serve you better for years and years, probably decades to come. So you see something like this, or frankly, any other low-priced rip-off audio gear, just don't fall for it. Just go for the real thing. It'll be worth it in the end. You'll know that you're supporting good companies who are doing good work to make good products for you. But now I want to hear from you. Have you tried the Waymic WM57, or I think they might make a couple other microphones as well. We'll have to test those. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this? Should churches, or anyone else for that matter, be buying cloned or counterfeit microphones? Is this okay? Is it not? Let's talk about it and have some good discussion.